Barack Obama is the reincarnation of Abraham Lincoln. But first, some background information about me. On 5/2/2000, I was writing The Resurrection of Noah, which is about how life works, how the birth and death of souls works, and what the Bibles say about reincarnation. Based on many verses in the Quran and the Bible, I had a suspicion that the Prophet Muhammad might be the reincarnation of Moses. I planned a meditation session, a conscious though immobile state, to research the matter, and I carefully formulated the question that I would ask. I successfully went into meditation, and I experienced this. First, there were the sights and sounds of mighty, swirling winds and sand in the desert, above and to the left of an oasis. Then the sands morphed into a face. Is Prophet Muhammad the reincarnation of Moses? I asked. The winds stopped swirling and the sands stood still. Of course, it said, and I was amazed. Earlier, on August 4th, 1999, I was in the process of writing explanations about how reincarnation works regarding the same book, The Resurrection of Noah. At about 10:30 p.m., I was lying in bed and I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I could write a story on any of my supposed incarnations or others where I was famous and sell it? Becoming conscious again, I started researching Thomas Jefferson on the internet and in my home encyclopedias. Amazingly, at about 1:54 a.m., I received an email from a guy named Jefferson, Jefrsn at AOL.com, while I was researching Jefferson. I told Jefferson about this synchronicity. I told him my question and about my quest. Finally, I wrote an email to Jeanette DeLangis, a psychic hostess on AOL, asking her the same question. Am I the reincarnation of Thomas Jefferson? On August 5th, 1999, at about 11:46 a.m., I went into meditation. I asked, am I the reincarnation of Thomas Jefferson? A display window appeared. The yes response or answer was clicked. On February 23, 2002, I discovered that Thomas Jefferson is and was the reincarnation of Jacob, aka Israel. Again in meditation I asked, was Thomas Jefferson the reincarnation of Jacob, father of the 12 boys who became known as the nation of Israel? The display window appeared. The yes response or answer was clicked. Thomas Jefferson is also the reincarnation of Caliph Umar, the second Caliph. This discovery was made during meditation at about 1:15 p.m. on January 17th, 2016. A display screen appeared similar to that noted above twice, and the yes answer was displayed in red ink. About my birth. Just moments after my umbilical cord was cut, I raised my head up high and looked all around the room. Side to side, I looked all around the room. I lowered myself back down. Then I did it again. The people in the room were astonished. Now fast forward to 2008. In June 2008, I had a dream indicating that Barack Obama is the reincarnation of President Abraham Lincoln. So I began to watch closely the words and actions of Obama. Also note, I have a history and track record of visions, dreams, meditations, and lucid dreams that have been shown to be substantive and accurate. Now about Obama. Number one, on February 10th, 2007, Obama announced his candidacy, saying, "It was here in Springfield, where North, South, East, and West come together, that I was reminded of the essential decency of the American people, where I came to believe that through this decency we can build a more hopeful America. And that is why, in the shadow of the old state capitol, where Lincoln once called on a divided house to stand together, where common hopes and common dreams still live, I stand before you today to announce my candidacy for President of the United States." Number two, this is a listing of items that indicate the thesis Barack Obama is the reincarnation of Abraham Lincoln. Number two, departing Philadelphia on January 17, 2009, Obama took a shortened version of Lincoln's journey by rail to the Capitol before his own inaugural festivities in 1861. Number three, while our problems may be new, what is required to overcome them is not. Mr. Obama said before the train ride began, "What is required is the same perseverance and idealism that our founders displayed." What is required is a new Declaration of Independence, not just in our nation, but in our own lives, from ideology and small thinking, prejudice and bigotry, an appeal not to our easy instincts, but to our better angels. Number four, at each stop from Philadelphia to Washington, the 10-minute speeches from Mr. Obama were imbued with a sense of history, particularly as he called on Americans to, quote, "reach for the promise of a better day and to do the hard work of perfecting our union once more." Number five, just like Lincoln, Obama pulled into his cabinet a team of rivals. Number six, Obama has the same speech-making rhetorical skills as Lincoln. Number seven, apparently, Barack Obama channels or uses Abraham Lincoln as his presidential model. Number eight, in matters of war and peace policy, national unity, and attitude, essentially, Obama and Lincoln are the same. Number nine, Barack Obama came back to Illinois, to Springfield, the land of Lincoln, when he could have remained in New York or Massachusetts, or gone back to Hawaii or to some other place. Another note, when a person reincarnates, they essentially pick up where they left off in a previous incarnation. Number 10, the above observations are just some of the words and deeds we have witnessed. Note, the soul does not change in succeeding incarnations, and the mind and a personality undergo the change you get when an individual learns various lessons and incorporates that knowledge and experience into his thinking and way of doing things. Number 11, just as you nor anyone else, but the reincarnated Lincoln would pattern themselves after Lincoln and retrace Lincoln's inaugural train ride to Washington and appoint a team of rivals like Lincoln and use essentially the same words as Lincoln, but Lincoln, this is one factor you look for, the sameness of soul, mind, and personality, even purpose to completion and succeeding incarnations of an individual. Number 12, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam all teach and support reincarnation, also called resurrection. Remember, Jesus practiced Judaism. Now, this is readily seen when you look at and analyze all three faiths, that is, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, together. One reason today's Christianity does not teach and support reincarnation is that it was irreparably compromised at the Nicene Council of 325 AD, when the Church adopted the more erroneous version of the faith instead of Arianism. Later strains of Christianity, that is Protestantism, inherited a hand-me-down and in many ways erroneous version of Christianity. It's a mystery as to why Islam does not teach what is right there inseparably embedded in Islam, reincarnation, also called resurrection. About me, a few words about me. My goal in this lifetime is to recombine Judaism, Christianity, and Islam back into one faith. Just as Thomas Jefferson set forth the ideals, foundation, and ideology of the previous 242 years, my goal in this life cycle is to begin to set forth the ideals, foundation, ideology, and institutions for this millennium, the second coming, also called the resurrection. More about me. Historically, in 1971, I assisted Ruwa Cherry in incorporating the Pan-Africanist organization United Africans for One Motherland, International, UFOMI. In 1979, we started our own organization, African Congress International, AKI. The mission of both organizations was to revive, grow, and develop African culture and institutions, and to promote African nation building, unity, freedom, and security. In 1978, we published our first book of poetry, People of the Future Day, through Third World Press in Chicago. Poet laureate of Illinois, Gwendolyn Brooks, described it as warm and sparkling and sensitive. In 1992, Gwendolyn commented on the manuscript for You Look So Good, I Love You Back, and You Are Too Beautiful. She said, I consider you talented still. You have lively, unafraid language. I write under the name Yusuf Kalim, and my books are widely available and include People of the Future Day, revised, You Are Too Beautiful, I Love You Back, You Look So Good, The Resurrection of Noah, Healing Begins with the Mind, that is, Jubilee Worldwide, Lara Forever, Tanisha Love, Galena All About Love, Natalia with Love, Ekaterina, Hot and Lovely, Svetlana, Angel of Love, Lori, My Dream Girl, I Call My Sugar Candy, Love of My Life, The Second Coming, and the last one was You Reminded Me of Eva Longoria.